Down to the wire in the election campaign for mayor, and that means another one of our one-on-one interviews to get to know who your top candidates are. Today I sat down with Josh Matlow about his history as a city councillor and what he hopes for in the future as mayor.
My platform is about a city that is safer, more affordable, more livable, focusing on the services that we all know have been declining for years. And I really am the only campaign, and this is my approach to an election, which is that I put forward not only identifying the problems, but I also put forward the solutions to address them.
How do you go about doing what you plan to do, and how do you go about paying for it?
We need to bring in revenue, and that's why I announced that I was going to create a City Works fund, 2% above the rate of inflation, property tax to bring in $390 million over 5 years. That adds up to about $5.55 a month. So for a fraction of a Netflix subscription, we can begin renewing the services, whether it be snow clearing, road repair, rec programs, you name it.
How is it that you're selling the people of this city that it needs to be done?
It's not even so much a sell, it's just getting real with people, like just being upfront about what our realities are. We need revenue. We also need to be far more responsible with the way that we manage our budget today. I refer to the gardener. I see consultancy fees, a number of things that we can do to improve how we spend money. When it comes to the federal government and the provincial government, somebody who will stand up to Doug Ford and not just go in there and, think that you can negotiate with a bully. Like, I'm not going to bring a handshake to an arm wrestle. I'm going to make sure that we get the goods.
He's been a target in this campaign for you, calling him a bully multiple times, saying that we need to stand up to him throughout. How do you do that and still get what you need from the province?
Somebody asked me recently, how am I going to work with Doug Ford? And I answered, he needs to show us that he can work with us.
Let's get back to your housing platform. One of the key items within that is making sure that the city starts building itself and not just relying on contractors. What makes you think that that's a better idea than what exists now?
It's obvious, because the idea that exists today, Housing Now, didn't happen. So it can only be better, just as a base level. The existing plan from Mayor Tory and Deputy Mayor at the time, Anna Bailau, failed because they incorrectly assumed that the development industry would put up all the risk, put up all the equity, and that didn't happen. There are other candidates who will not tell you what they're going to tax you. They're not going to be upfront before the election about what their plan is, and they don't even have a fully costed platform. That's not good enough either. It's not good enough to rely on your name recognition or having in Olivia's case, the NDP coming in and helping out her campaign. That's not good enough. Unlike Olivia, with all due respect, I've been fighting every single day on behalf of Torontonians. I've been there through every single debate, every single issue that's faced us to take a stand for this city. And Olivia has not been involved. Not for years. She has not been a councillor for nearly 20 years. I believe that people will see that not only will I manage our budget and run this city in a responsible, pragmatic, progressive way that really does reflect their values and their priorities to improve their quality of life.
Now that, of course, was a small portion of the interview with Josh Matlow. For a longer version and more one-on-ones with other major candidates, along with details from each of their platforms, just go to our website for more. Meanwhile, on the campaign trail today, Mitzi Hunter was taking aim at other candidate platforms while highlighting her plan to help end homelessness and improve Toronto's housing supply.
I have a 5-point plan for affordable housing, and that includes unlocking public lands so that we can access and build more affordable housing for renters and buyers, ending the multiplex ban, as well as offering homeowners a $100,000 forgivable loan.
Hunter says that loan would be dependent on homeowners making renovations to create below-market rental units. Her plan also includes the creation of 400 new shelter beds and doubles the amount of outreach and support workers. Meanwhile, Anna Bailau is promising to have a closer look at contracts the city has with third-party providers.
People should not be waiting 10 minutes for their subway to maybe get them to work on time. They shouldn't be stuck on their homes due to inadequate sidewalk snow clearing, and they shouldn't be walking 10 or 12 blocks to find a garbage bin that isn't broken or overflowing.
The contract's bylaw wants to look at include snow clearing and street cleaning. She says she will expand the Auditor General's mandate and create a new position on the Mayor's Executive Committee focused on getting more value out of city services. It's also been a big day for Anthony Furey. He laid out his full platform during this morning.
I think the direction that Toronto would head in under another option could be a direction where we see more drug injection sites all over our city, worse traffic, a bike lane on every single person's driveway, pretty much. More money taken out of your pockets, highways torn down, basically Toronto in further decline.
Other parts of Furey's platform includes hiring 500 more police officers. He says his team would also launch an immediate spending review and put an end to programs like bike lane snow clearing as an example.